I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. I'd like to welcome Spelly. Hi.
Wow, hello.
Hey, I'm glad you're here. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Thank you. I am Spelly, or Spelly Does Art. I do art and animation. I typically stream it, and I am a headmistress witch. Yippee!
Yes.
Magic.
So the thing is, what you're implying is, I better ask you very nice questions.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's okay. I actually specialize in harmonious magic or something that's a lot more like cures and finding love and happiness and winning the lottery and stuff like that.
Oh, so you're
not necessarily like hexes.
Yeah, so you're kind of on the good side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I still have to be nice though. Sometimes it's the good ones you gotta watch out for.
Well, yeah, well, see, they also wouldn't tell you that.
That's right. So how did you get started with VTubing?
Oh, so I've been a streamer for a hot minute since, oh man, I could either go back to 2012 or I could just start it up from 2017.
Well, if
we start from 2017,
let's go all the way. What? Let's go all the way back.
All the way back? Okay, so when I was a child.
I was a poor child growing up on a dead-end road.
In 2012, I was on a platform called YouNow.
Oh.
And I'm not even kidding when I say I basically was. I was a child.
Mm.
And so I'm pretty young. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And
congratulations on that. Jeez.
Yes, it is. It feels amazing to forever be young. And I remember it was like a mobile app.
Yeah.
And so I would sit there like with the mobile camera, like there's no special anything, no special mic, no special camera. And I would record myself playing Halo 3, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And like I would have my camera mounted to point at my TV, and I made some commentary. It was really bad at the end of the day. Let's just say that it was really bad. But I did make some cool friends there.
Yeah. I mean, at the time, that's pretty high tech,
Yeah.
Okay.
There was that. Oh, there was 3 different things I would do. So I do that one mainly. I would do little magic tricks because I'd buy like those dollar store magic trick things that you'd find and I'd do them on stream.
Cool.
And people would be like, "Whoa, how did you do that?" And then the other one was the actual like. I could never see myself doing something like this, which is I used to sleep on stream too. So straight up, I'd be like, "What's the point in ending my stream? Let me just lay my camera down." A child laying my camera down, camera pointed at me, and sleeping on stream. Let me tell you, I did get a handful of weirdos during that time. I don't know why I did that.
In retrospect,
I would never do that. I would never. Oh man, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's it.
But then that was about that lasted for only a few months anday, or maybe the most of a year.
Yeah.
And then I was in school, I graduated, went through college and stuff. It was a little past halfway of college, I started getting into Twitch because a friend had invited me to play a game that I didn't have at the time. I think it was Dead by Daylight. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I can just watch it. And so they invited me to their friend's stream. And for the record, her name was Muley's.
Okay.
And I was watching because I wasn't playing, and I was like, this is really, really entertaining. And flash forward, I wind up making friends on Twitch, same year, 2017. Make some friends on Twitch. I even get modded on Twitch in a couple channels.
Mm-hmm.
And comes TwitchCon at October of 2017, and who was it? I forget the name of the person now because I'm not in contact with them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But it was someone who modded me. They were like, "Hey, do you and my other mod, so they had like 3 mods, one couldn't make it, so they asked the two of us, they were like, can you two come with me to California? For the record, I live on the East Coast.
Yeah.
They're like, can you come to California to come to this event with me so that, it'll be me, I'm the streamer, and then my mod team, and you guys can help me like make business cards and hand them out and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, it sounds like a great time for me, sure.
Yeah.
And so I fly out there, and it actually was a really great time. It was not my first ever convention, but definitely my first convention where I wasn't just going for the convention, like
Right.
for Artist Alley or for panels or
Right.
just to hang out in a convention.
Yeah.
It was one where I actually had a goal, like I had something to do there, and it makes it that much more worthwhile. Plus, we had plans to like meet up with a bunch of different groups of people with the streamer and everything.
Yeah.
And it was actually a lot of fun. And seeing everyone, seeing their community, seeing the streamers, it made me say, you know what, I want to do this. I want this. I want a community. I want to stream. I want to make content. And in 2017, a month later, in November, I did it, and it was awful. It was brilliant. It was no camera and awful my quality, and I was playing like Lisa, the Painful or whatever the game was called.
Yeah.
And it was great.
But
I did it.
Did you enjoy yourself while you were doing it?
Yes, it was fun.
Yes.
And I'm so glad that I had bad streams back then, because it just showed me what it really means to upgrade and to get better and to, hone your craft and stuff. Just simply hitting go live. Like I know, especially nowadays, because that was a while ago,
Yeah.
you can't just hit go live and expect everything, right?
Right.
But hitting go live is the first step at the end of the day, and everything else, it just works. Because some people, they'll try to go for perfection, and it's like, I get it, I really do.
You are an artist. Artists love
Sometimes you
perfection.
just have to go live.
Yeah.
You just have to do it and
Yeah.
start.
Yeah, sometimes you jump in the pool. Whether there's water there or not is a different story. But
Ooh,
yeah,
that sounds painful.
yeah. But you still have to try it though, and once you get out there and see whether or not it's for you,
Right.
But to me, it sounds like the whole thing was created for you. I mean, really, it sounds like once you're in there, it all kind of, even though it was scuffed up and things happen, you're like, this was too much fun to not do it again, and you just kept going.
Oh yeah. I was like, bro, I remember the very first stream I had, I kept dying because I was attempting to read chat at the same time. And it's like a side-scroller game, so I'm sitting there falling off the edges of the game the whole time. And there's actual clips of me from back then of just like dying constantly. And I'm like, how do people play and talk to chat at the same time? It's I'll tell you.
a half hour video of Spelly just falling off.
Basically.
There's your highlight reel for you.
All right. So the question was how I got into VTubing. So that was
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got there. You got there. But
it's true.
yeah, but the entire idea of having an avatar and speaking through the avatar and having that, was that something that you embraced at first, or would you rather at the time have had the camera pointed at yourself?
If I could have gone back and been a VTuber from the start, I probably would have, because I am a hecka weeb. I do love anime. I am from Japan. Like, I grew up on anime.
Yeah.
And I love, oh my gosh, anime is so great. And I love to just be anime the whole time. And not that I don't appreciate the times when I was, a cam streamer.
Yeah.
It was fun. I got to show off all my body pillows. And
Yeah.
like, I was basically VTubing without VTubing, because I had all these figures and anime all over my room anyway. But
you're just waiting
now I
for
actually get to
VTubing.
be one of them.
You're just basically waiting for you, like, okay, come on, invent the stuff already so I can get started.
Look, I'm not smart enough to do the coding or the back, like all that stuff in the background. But let me tell you, once it was a thing, because I started in 2018, so not even a full year into streaming, I started hitting up that thing called Face Rig. And it wasn't fully anime back then. It was, they had the 3D models, and I think I was using like the cat model or whatever. But they did have some especially the workshop, they
Yeah.
did have some anime models. So this was like anime that you actually see in anime,
Yeah.
not my character or anything, but just a pre-made anime character like Hiro from No Game No Life or
Right.
whatever.
Right.
But it was still a lot of fun because I was like, look at me, yippee! And I don't have to sit here because I back then I was also working in a lab. After I graduated college, I was working in a lab. I was working anywhere between 12 to 16 hours some days.
Oof.
And the last thing I want to do is, obviously I want to shower, but then I have to
Yes.
redo everything. I gotta put new clothes on, I gotta do all my hair, do my
Mm.
makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
You know how it is. And I'm just like, I don't want to do all that.
Yeah. Yeah. That I know about. I mean, it's a whole lot of it's a whole different way to do this. If you can get on here, and I do it by just not having video, but
Well,
and
yeah, that's
that's
true.
I mean that's the way I did it in radio for so long. I it was just more comfortable for me to just sit and not have to worry about what I looked like, and because if they let me tell you, if that's the truth, I would never have picked up a microphone. That would never that
Yeah.
I would have been they would have arrested me probably if I tried.
Oh
Uh,
no.
but the old face for radio type of thing. Uh, but it's does give you that little extra bit of comfort, doesn't it? You can be sitting upside down on the couch for crying out loud and still do your stuff.
Yes, and I absolutely have done that. I have been in so many weird, funky positions just sitting here. Like, I don't have to. Well, I guess depending on the avatar, because then you still have to be quote unquote on camera
Yeah.
so that the camera picks up the movements and stuff. But either way, it's fine. We can figure that part out.
We tune into one of your streams and you're basically like upside down from uh, diagonally from bottom left to upper right on the screen.
I think. I think I've done that many. I think I've done like a bunch of different angles. I've been upside down. I've been on the side. I've been obviously upwards. I've been laying down. I've been like hanging upside down, but not hanging upside down from the top, but like literally like handstanding. Like I've done.
You are going to push it to the
It's
limit.
oh yeah, because for the longest time I was actually 3D. I only recently started using Live 2D for my
Uh-huh.
first time ever in May.
Whoa.
I finally pulled the trigger, got a Live 2D model. But
Yeah.
before that, between when I finally got off Facecam and I started VTubing, I was 3D that whole time. I
Yeah.
had the whole body like range of motion and stuff.
Oh my gosh. That while okay, I got to ask this. Would you rather have the full 3D rigged up or stay with the 2D at this point?
I can't decide. I'm
Mm.
literally both. I'll say it. I'll fully admit I'm a coward. I am on the fence, and I would rather have both because
Mm.
both have just such unique touches between the two of them.
Yeah.
I could not give up one for the other.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand that, especially being an artiste, you like to have all the tools available for you. Yes. Uh,
Oh yes.
well,
If I could, I'd even have some secret third thing that no one's heard of,
four
which
four
I don't even know what
dimensions.
it is yet.
I'm in your mind as I do this. Fourth dimension. Um,
Exactly.
uh, but it all still comes down to voice, and being able to keep an audience, and by golly, if your voice isn't one of the more engaging I've heard doing this, uh,
Oops, sorry.
no,
I just
sorry,
like that.
that's good. That's a good thing. And is that something that you were able to use as a young person? Would you like to get up in front of stage and be the focus of attention?
I have been. I was a theater kid. I was a
Yeah.
choir kid. I use my voice a lot. And you know what's funny about that too?
What?
I was told by someone, maybe my first ex ever.
Yeah.
They told me, if I don't knock it off with those voices, no one will ever love you. And I'm like, why would you say that to me? You're literally dating me right now. That's
Yeah.
kind of weird. Like,
Mm.
oh,
Yeah.
look at them.
Yeah. That's
Where I am now.
that's a pretty horrible thing to say, even if you don't like somebody.
Right. Well, the funny part, the irony in that, right?
Yeah.
But I've been told that I should knock it off with the voices, but I did not let anyone take that away from me. That's for sure.
No, that's a whole part of the personality, and it's
Right.
personality that still brings people back to your streams. Um, People coming back for I mean, you're obviously very talented by what you're doing,
Oh, thank you.
but still, I mean, people come back to watch. I want to know what Spelly's up to. I want to make this a part of my day. That's a huge that's that's a lot of what's going on, and you can still have the wonderful art and background and everything, but if you come on like I'm going to do this today, and that people aren't going to be
Those can
buying it.
even be entertaining too, depending on how people swing it.
Well,
Like
yeah,
you know what I know what you mean though.
yeah. I mean, I couldn't swing something like that because it hurts to talk like that for any period of time. But
Oh, let me tell you, one of my community's favorites is when I talk in Toad voice.
oh,
Let me tell you
oh,
about hurting my voice.
yeah.
Actually, nowadays I think I've gotten good at doing it so that it doesn't hurt anymore. But when I first started it, mm-mm-mm.
Oh, it scrapes you up, doesn't it?
Oh, it did. It did.
Yeah, it really. Are you one of those people who can do a voice and then come back to it? 'Cause
Only if 'cause I literally pulled up the video. Only if I hear it again. I'm like
uh,
someone who's really good at mimicking something.
yeah,
If I hear it just immediately. Like right now, if I tried to do Toad voice, I probably couldn't. But if I sit here and listen to it for like 5 seconds, then I probably could.
yeah. I understand that a lot because I can do the old man voice or something like that. I want to, but by golly, I ain't gonna be able to do it again. I'll never find it again.
Oh,
You know.
let me tell you, when you're trying to read like a role play thing, or like from a game, I mean,
Yeah,
and you're trying to role play someone's voice, I could hit like a really cool sounding voice for a character.
yeah.
But when that character comes back in another scene, I'm like, I don't remember what they sounded like. I'm just gonna make up a different voice for them.
Yeah, I
Oh.
mean that's a real skill. That's for people who can do that. I'm very jealous of you, and I hate you, but in a good way.
Yes, of course, of course. It's a love-hate relationship.
Yes, yes. But it's that your art talent. Is that
Oh
something
yeah.
that you were doing as a child and just kept going, or did you take classes, or how did it happen? How did you become an
I
artiste?
always, so like I said, I'm from Japan, and so
Hmm.
anime was always a love of mine. Even in like, oh my gosh, I have like the most, hey, this is baby's first anime drawings. You know what I mean? But I did draw for a while,
Yeah,
like doodles and stuff throughout school.
right.
Didn't go anywhere with it. Did not take any classes outside of, high school art
Hmm.
class, in which they didn't even want you to draw anime anyway. So,
Right.
and I didn't get more serious. Honestly, I didn't get more serious about it until 2019 when I actually made the art channel. So I have two different channels, one for gaming and one for art.
Yeah.
It wasn't always that way, but I essentially started taking art seriously, a little bit more seriously in 2019, but I still had a full-time job.
Mm.
I didn't pull the trigger and go full-time art until 2022 two, three.
Hmm.
What year is this?
Yeah, it's 25.
23.
Yes, 25.
I
I think.
lose, I'm losing track of the time.
You're not old enough to lose
Forever young.
track of time yet. That's just for us
Yeah, yeah,
guys.
yeah. Forever young. But yeah, I would say I've been drawing for a while, but it's mostly just doodles. I didn't take it serious until much later in life, but I never went to school for it. I did go to school and I got my bachelor's in biochemistry. And
Well,
so
that makes
a whole lot of
absolutely
good
no
that did.
that makes absolutely no sense.
Yippee! Like
Congratulations.
everything else. Thank you. I'm so glad that I was able to do the science.
But still, I mean I mean that's a congratulations on that. I mean that's not easy thing to do, obviously.
I
Um
appreciate it. I
but
do like science. I tried it and it just didn't feel exactly right. I always wanted to do art, was told, you'll never be good enough for art. And
uh
then so I was like, oh yeah, I guess I'll do science or something.
yeah,
And then I
yeah.
still wound up coming back to it anyway. So
Yeah, I was told that
yes, it is.
when I was in grade school, I basically got an F on a project once. I was handed in, and that pretty much sealed my fate as far as art goes.
No.
Like if
Not the M.
if you're a kid and you do a project and you hand it in and it gets an F and you're on time and it's what I mean, it's an art class. I mean, come on, you're not looking for Da Vinci or something here. You're looking for
Right.
what the 8-year-old me did, trying to figure out which hand to put the brush in. I mean, come on.
Right. That puts a lot of perspective into maybe why I don't like history class.
Mm,
Because I feel like I have the same story, but with history.
yeah, yeah. Oh, it's that people don't realize how much that can really affect you, as far as early
Especially as a
development
kid.
goes.
Yeah.
But I mean, you took some classes later, or did you just you continued on your own?
Oh, everything is self-taught.
Mm,
All of my art, my illustrations, my animations, they're
mm.
all self-taught.
Oh, that's I gotta say this.
YouTube University.
Anybody who goes through and gets the degree you did has got to be smart enough to learn these things. I mean,
I appreciate it.
that's
The problem is trying to figure out what I shouldn't be learning because I feel like I want to learn everything, but if I do that, then I'm not gonna have time to actually do anything.
but that curiosity is not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
It's not.
It keeps things interesting for you because you still want to still find out what's going on with how this thing works, how I can do it, and go along and it seems like that would be
Yeah.
something that really drives you.
It
And
is. I have a lot of things that I want to learn. Like so I do frame by frame animation right now, right?
oh my
I still
gosh,
do want to learn live 2D animation at some point because it's like I feel like I could figure out ways to maneuver both of them
yeah.
so it it just becomes a unique type of animation.
Hmm.
Then I also want to learn 3D animation and Blender and all this other stuff. And these are all different beasts. And that's why there's different jobs for all of these instead of one person doing everything.
That's right.
But I'm still like, eh.
All those credits at the end of a film with all those people in it, they all do different things.
They do.
And
But the credits of all the things I've made has one name on it.
that's
And it's
right.
very unfortunate
Yeah.
because I'm tired.
So you're doing frame by frame animation. That's
Yes.
yeah,
Like old traditional animation.
oh my gosh, that is so painful. Uh, I mean, you're doing it on the computer, are you? Or you're doing in the hand animation?
Yeah, it's still I'm doing it digitally. I call it traditional because most people, when you say animation in the VTubing
Mm,
scene, they
yeah,
think live 2D animation, and I
yeah.
don't want them to confuse. Like, I don't have those skill sets. I do want to learn it though,
No, you will.
but I, yeah, I do the frame by frame. It is digital because God forbid if I can afford all that paper
Oh,
and all the pencils for
all those cells.
traditional.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine? You look back at a movie like you know, Cinderella or Snow White, and realize
Hmm.
that back in those days, and that's now 80 years ago plus, they went and hand drew every cell for that.
Oh yeah, and not just once either, because you have the roughs, you have
Hmm.
the cleans, you have the lining, you have the coloring, which back then for old Disney, they did coloring depending on the scene.
Yeah.
They would have coloring on so many different layers
Oh
just for
God.
one scene, just to like have that, really cool atmospheric what's it called? Like perspective
Yeah.
or like the depth.
Yeah. And not that
There's so many different. They had boxes and boxes of papers everywhere
and
for
we're
a
not even,
movie's done.
and we're not talking like 5 minute reels. We're talking an entire film here of that.
Yeah.
And
But you know what? If
what?
if they had known just how popular Disney was eventually going to become and just if they had saved all those, I actually don't know. I assume they did save them, but also that's just a lot of paper. But if
Oh,
they saved all those, I bet you they could sell them. They could sell them I
oh
know they
yeah,
do. They do sell
yeah,
some of them, but I mean all of them, bro.
yeah.
You know how much bank they can
The artist saved something, and but the cells themselves, sometimes, especially during the war years, they recycled them. They
Oh, that's true. That's true.
and they clean them off and use them again. Like, oh, all that animation gone.
I mean, yeah, that is a big part. Like, there's so many different tools and techniques that animators can utilize, especially with digital. It makes it a bit easier, I'll be completely honest. But even with traditional, there's a reason why you'll see those quote unquote conspiracy theories where they're like, oh, this person reused this animation. Yeah, they probably did.
Hmm.
Because not only is it the same studio, but that's how it works.
Oh
You're
yeah.
supposed to use everything that you can to like
I'm not going to get on
oh
somebody
man.
for MacGyvering a little bit, you know.
Yeah,
That's the way it
exactly.
works, you know. And you can see it by some of the, especially the ones they put out in the 70s, where they just kind of reused the same thing. But when I watched it as a kid, I didn't know any different and didn't care.
Oh yeah.
It was still, you know,
And
instead
that's
of
the big thing. It's like it's targeted towards the kids. Like
yeah,
it is supposed to be enjoyed by the adults and the parents and stuff too.
yeah,
But if the kids are happy, I think they got their goal.
yeah. Also, but I also grew up in the age of Hanna-Barbera, one pose, barely mouth moving animation. Being reused over and over again with a slightly different background. So that, I mean, that you can take it the complete other way too, and be just really lazy about it. But the
That's very true.
yeah, and that's how we got our, you know, Super Friends stuff back in the day. Uh, but it's now come kind of full circle with it, where you got the maybe I won't say this and be irritating, but I usually am irritating, so let's go with it. Um, it's easier in some ways, but you still have to learn how to do it.
Right, right.
Yeah.
There's like this book, a survival guide for animators that shows all 12 different fundamentals. At the end of the day, no matter what animation style or techniques or what you do between anime and Western and Disney and all this jazz,
Yeah.
there's still like fundamentals and everything for it.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
And the
There's
best part is learning the fundamentals so you can learn how to break them or bend them, I mean.
you can't break the rules if you don't know what they are.
Exactly.
It's like the old Bugs Bunny cartoon where somebody's standing out in the middle of space, and it says that you're violating Newton's law. Well, I never studied law. Well, okay. Hey, that's perfectly fine. But the for you and streaming online with art, um, have you found that with that in an audience to be difficult sometimes? Where you can where you have to want to concentrate on something and the chat pulls you away from it, or do you get backseat artists?
uh,
Boy,
both.
I didn't expect manic
I
laughter.
no, it just you brought me back. Like immediate that was my code word, my
Yeah,
sleeper agent. I just immediately went back to oh crap, it is time to deal with these things.
yeah.
So I get both.
Uh,
The first one is absolutely my fault.
mm.
You might be able to tell a little bit, but I am a small yapper. And small yapping can become very giant yapping on streams
Oh,
where I'm supposed to be focused and, you know, you have like a handful of people in chat. Oh, let's talk about this and that anime and this music and that, like all this other, that game and stuff. And
yeah.
I'm like, oh gosh, like, but I want to talk about it all at the same time because it's so fun.
Well,
So honestly, at the moment, I have a 1 hour yap rule. So for the very first hour of my stream, I will talk. And once the first hour's passes,
hmm.
then I will start pretending to do art. Like I'll have art on the screen and we'll like put some lines down while I'm still probably yapping.
Yes, I did hear the word
Also,
pretending in there.
hear the word wedding in there?
You said pretending. I heard that. You
Oh
can't
yes.
just skip over that.
I I have attempted to do challenges. Actually, this last week I did, I don't know why I decided to do this. So I said, hey, normally, so my typical streams are anywhere between 8 to 12 hours.
Whoa.
I usually work on stream.
Yeah.
People call me an endurance streamer. I'm like, thanks.
Yeah, that's definitely
But
endurance streaming. That's endurance
but
anything at this age.
I will attempt to finish things on stream. And I said, hey, I haven't done a whole lot of work this week. So my previous stream that I actually did, I said either within these 8 hours, I'm either finishing 3 illustrations, like straight up, just completely start to finish, finishing 3 illustrations, or I'm gonna give you guys a cover song in Toad voice.
Oh,
Because again, like I said, they really like the Toad
yeah,
voice.
yeah. And when you
So
recording the song,
happy to say, I actually finished all 3 illustrations while yapping tremendously that stream.
well, there you go. There you go. It's
I have no idea how I did that.
yeah. I bet Stream helped you right along there. It helping making sure that you didn't have any trouble getting any of that done.
They actually, some of them were kind of helpful, and then so I did a prediction at the very beginning of stream, which means now people are betting with their points. And yeah, there were the people who were the doubters. They absolutely were trying to. In fact, I had a good friend of mine, so they, like, I know them in real life and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They had sent me DoorDash, what is it, a can of peanuts, so that my front door would ring in the middle of stream, and I had to go downstairs and like grab the peanuts and stuff, and I'm like, oh, bro, seriously, you're trying this hard?
Man, that's some dedicated work there.
Oh, it was a lot of fun though. Like,
Yeah.
would I do it again? I would probably do it again, but not maybe like once a month. It was a little stressful, completely honest.
Yeah.
But I sometimes I get a lot of work done,
Yeah.
and then sometimes it becomes a just chatting stream, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you're good at it, so there you go. And
Yippee!
and the folks come back for it. It's something that it's when you're good at something where it automatically involves other people like this. I mean, that's gravy there. I mean, that's you got to take that because that's what the communication part's all about. But the backseat artists.
Backseat artists.
Yeah. I could just imagine you painting something on stream and me going, I would have used that color. I would have used it.
I'm very fortunate, actually. I have had backseat people come in, and there's two different things that go on. So the first one is, or to preface this with, I actually don't get a whole lot of backseating anymore.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
the first thing is, the moment someone backseats, they either get timed out or banned. I don't even deal with it. Especially not anymore.
Yeah.
But back then, when I was a newer streamer, just maybe a year, even honestly a year or two ago,
Yeah.
not as confident. And so, of course, I wanted to be that person. I'm like, I don't want to ban anyone because, everyone's my friend.
Right. Of course.
And so I would let people backseat me, and I would, oh my gosh, either I would actually do what they say and then change it after stream,
Mm-hmm.
or I would say, I don't really think that's right, and then we'd get into an argument, and then I'd be like, well, there goes my mood for stream. So highly recommend for anyone that is listening, if you're an artist and you do art on stream, and you get those people that are like, hey, I think the head's too big, or the eyes are slanted or something. Maybe they aren't legitimately trying to help. I wouldn't just straight up say that they are hating or trolling or anything.
Right.
But at the same time, it's your art. The only way you're going to learn from doing art is making mistakes.
Right.
And you have to make those mistakes. Like you put out a piece, it looks good now.
Mm-hmm.
You come back to it a few months later after doing more art, and you're like, wow, that eye really was tilted. That's great. I'm glad you learned from it, from your own mistakes.
Well,
At the end of the day, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but artists, you guys are never satisfied anyway. I mean,
No, that's true.
I mean, you don't need backseat
Which is even
folks.
harder in animation.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need backseat folks to come in and say, and when in that part you had him holding a sword, and this one you have him holding a knife. No, you'll you'll do that on your own. You don't need any help.
Exactly. So realistically, like if it's someone that you really like, if you really don't want to ban people, timing out is an option. They can come back at a later date.
Mm,
Or especially if it's a, oh my gosh, if it's a first time chat and their very first message, because first impressions matter, you know?
right.
Their very first message is a backseat. There's tons of art communities out there for you. I'm sure you will find one that appreciates you.
No, you won't. No, no. No, no one likes that.
Honestly, no. Realistically, no one does. But I also recognize some people don't want to ban people. I do get it because I was there too.
Yeah.
It's what's most important is your own sanity, essentially.
Oh, I got to ask you this too. Being in Artiste, when you are playing a game, does the art style affect how much you enjoy it?
Let me think for a moment. I definitely have art like games that I go back to because it's gorgeously made.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, the graphics don't have to be amazing. One of my favorite games is To the Moon, which is just an RPG Maker game. I like Mad Father, which is an RPG Maker game.
Oh, Mad Father. That's a very underrated game.
It's so good though. Like
Yeah.
the thing is I love stories. I love storytelling. That's why I got into animation is for the storytelling more
Yeah.
than just the art, you know? 'Cause
Yeah.
if I was just doing art, then I probably wouldn't have done animation and drive myself crazy.
It's got to be
But
some extra in
it's
there.
something about the story for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Like a game, I'm trying to think of any games that I've played that look gorgeous, but the story is just so lackluster.
Oh,
There's not many that I enjoy. You know, it's either I need both, or even the story. The art doesn't have to be beautiful.
yeah.
I've played they're all at the end of the day they're all RPG Maker games. I don't know why I use that for the comparison, but
Yeah.
I've played some games that they either look generic or you know they're made with super pre-made assets like anyone could make it, which is great honestly.
Yeah.
But the point is it has such a unique or like amazing story that just pulls you right in. I
Yeah.
think that's what's most important for me when it comes to gameplay. And I
Yeah.
usually play like I either play solo story-based games, or if I want to play a multiplayer, it's a co-op horror game.
Yeah, but
Love those.
at that point, you know, the art makes a difference, but you gotta have to have the whole ambiance with it too, and
Oh yeah, I don't like jump scares. Honestly, I've always gone under the notion of jump scares are not scary, they're startling. And that's perfectly like that is a technique in horror games, but it's not what should be what makes your game horror. I am super in love with psychological horrors. So like Chilla's arts are
yeah.
some of my favorites. I know they employ a lot of jump scares too, but just their whole atmosphere just is so good. It's so good.
So you like the long con rather than you know, every 5 seconds stepping on a landmine type thing.
Oh no, I don't like jump scares are beans. Like
Yeah.
like I said, it's a technique. Have it a couple times in the game, yeah, absolutely. But
Yeah.
if that's the only thing that you have employed that makes your game a horror game, I don't know. It's just not for me, you know?
Yeah, well,
And I don't care what the game looks like at that point either. I like those like PS1 graphics looking
yeah.
you know the ones where they have like the face and it's just like distorted and the body is like
Yeah.
triangles.
Oh,
I like those games though. They're
Hey,
great.
I played on
These
my
are
old
good.
Commodore 64 some of these games, so
Yeah.
yeah, I had a Pong set.
Exactly.
So to me, graphics is you really have to be very specific when you talk about graphics. 'Cause I played
Oh
on the
yeah.
I played on the
Ooh, sorry.
the early
That is fair.
primo games, but the the movies are the same way with horror. You could call uh, Friday the 13th a horror game, but it's just a splatterfest. You know, it's
Yeah. Oh my gosh. When it comes to movies and stuff, there's I straight up separate them. There's horror movies and then there's, you know, gore movies.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like I first of all, I actually have hemophobia, which is fear of blood.
Ooh.
Ironically, because I do like horror.
Yeah.
It's funny.
yeah.
I'm a very hypocritical person. Not hypocritical. You know what I mean? I'm a hypocrite. I think that's the right word, actually.
I,
But
yeah, that is very interesting. You
yeah,
definitely don't make things easy on yourself, do you?
no, it gets even better because I've worked at a hospital, for example, and let me
Ah,
tell you the amount of times I took a lot of science classes and a lot of the science, like anatomy classes. You know how many
oh,
times I've passed out, just straight up passed out in those classes.
oh my gosh. Uh, here's time to go in and check the corpse. Bonk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, it's funny because I was thinking about applying for a morgue
yeah.
license because you have apparently in order to work at a morgue, you have to have like this whole entire like certificate and everything. I
Oh
did not
yeah.
know. I thought you could, I thought most people don't want to work with,
Oh no.
deceased bodies.
Oh
And
no.
so it would be but no, you have to have like a whole thing.
Well,
I was like, "Wait. Oh no."
yeah, well, let's face it. If you had a person who come up and said, "I really want to work with dead bodies," you probably want to check them out.
Hey, they can do the background checks all they want. That's fine. I'm clean. I swear. They'll never find anything.
Sure.
But the fact that I have to take education for it, I don't mind. It's just the honestly, it always comes down to money. If
Yeah.
anything was handed to me, education wise, I'd take it in almost a heartbeat if
Yeah.
it was something that I could do for free or paid for by a company or something.
Right.
But the moment it's like, hey, for you to apply for our job, you have to pay out of pocket for our like lessons or for the certificates and stuff. I'm like, oh, bro, I'll just find something else.
Yeah. Well,
Honestly, it's so sad, but it puts me out every single time because I'm like,
oh,
yeah.
well,
It feels like my first job ever where I was selling knives door to door,
oh my
but in order
gosh.
to do that, I had to buy the knives to sell.
Yeah, that's the
So I was
thing.
like, what?
They don't tell you about that. Now you have wonderful
No,
sets of
they sure
knives at
don't.
home, and here, let me throw you an example. Don't cross the room. That doesn't work.
Ooh.
Yeah, but especially with the knives. Um, so I got to ask you, are you doing commissions right now?
Oh. Define doing. Do you mean do I offer them or am I currently working on? Because let me tell
Yes.
you, I have not opened my commissions for over a year
Yeah.
because I've been so booked.
Yeah.
Because animation, it takes a while. I say as I, oh, let me tell you. So animation takes a while.
Right.
Realistically, just so that I don't put the client out, it could take 1 to 2 months for something as simple as even a few seconds. If
Right.
it's fully animated or if it's animatic, like a minute, that could still take a month or two, right?
Yeah.
But there are also times on my stream that I do these things called animation challenges
Oh,
because I love challenging myself. And so what I do is I open a blank white canvas and I say, I will not rest until this animation is completely composited,
oh my
completely
gosh.
done. Yeah. So that could take anywhere from 12 hours to, I think the longest I've ever sat there working on a project or an animation was 82 hours straight, which I
Oh.
don't recommend doing
Uh,
because I had medical issues after that.
oh my gosh. That just hurts. That
But
absolutely hurts.
on average, they take anywhere between 12 to 24 hours. So I'll
Uh,
sit there for 24 hours straight, no sleep. I do eat though. I am still a healthy person.
yeah.
I promise.
Well, well, for all that
I'm
energy,
not a workaholic.
for all that energy you're burning off, you need to have something going.
Yeah, honestly.
I just get this idea of something being out there that you're interested in and people holding you back. Like you need to sleep. No, I want to do it now. No, you need to sleep.
Oh, I'll be honest, if there's one thing that I get more than backseaters, because like I said, I don't really get that as much anymore.
Yeah.
I will absolutely almost every stream get someone who's like, "Hey, are you eating? Did you take your vitamins? You need to sleep? Hey, you should go to bed. You should do this." And I for the most part, especially the vitamins ones, because I actually do need reminders for that.
Yeah.
I do appreciate them, but I'm also, an adult, kind
Yeah.
of. I know I'm young, but I am kind of an adult. And
Yeah.
I know how to take care of myself. Sometimes, I'll be honest, that 82 hours was not a responsible adult.
No.
But the point is, I did it once in my life, once in a lifetime thing. You got to try everything once. That's like how recently I actually went to California cross country on a bus. You got to try everything once.
Remind me to not suggest things to you.
Oh, let me tell ya, because I was actually on a talent show recently,
Oh
and
boy.
I told them that I did animation on a talent show.
Oh,
I told
cool.
them, hey, 82 hours was the longest I went, and there was one person on there who was like, you know what, you should go for 100 next time, and I said, yes, ma'am, and let me tell
Oh,
you,
oh, those. Oh, tell me who they are so I could turn them in for war crimes. That's a horrible
oh
thing. That's a horrible thing to tell
I will
somebody.
say, I will say, I'm thinking about making a joke out of it and like editing together like a straight up a fake, video and
Yeah.
saying, yeah, I totally did it as a joke, as a joke. I'm not actually gonna. I think the most I'll ever do nowadays is again 24 hours. I'm okay with 24. It doesn't hurt that much. I'm still young. I still bounce back before I get, too old to stay up all night. But
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever do that long again. Like I said, I'm not even kidding. A month and a half of medical issues after the fact, just for
Oh.
82 hours.
Oh well, God,
I'm just
yeah.
letting people know who are listening. Please don't do it.
Don't do what I
Please.
do, kids.
Yeah. Learn from my experience if possible. I mean, or do it. I don't know. I'm not your mom.
Spelly is not a role model.
No, no. So many people will say that too. They'll be like, "Oh man, I wish I had your worth ethic." No, you don't. I promise you, you don't.
You do not want this. You cannot handle this. Not anyway. Well,
Not in a healthy way.
it's an absolute joy talking with you, and obviously you're enjoying
Thank
yourself,
you.
and if people are enjoying with it, I've enjoyed myself, and I want to have you back on here and talk more because there's
Yeah.
just there's just too much you.
There's a lot to talk about. There is so much. That's why I'm like, an hour. Like, let me tell you, I I think I say that a lot. By the way, I just because I don't even think we even got into like the animation portion of things. There's
No,
just
but
so much to
but
talk
we will. I
about.
promise. I'm gonna have all the links I can find on the description, and we will have you back because it's just it's just too much fun. Thank you so much.
Yeah. No, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me and for having this. First of all, that's like a big accomplishment for over 500 VTubers. That is freaking cool. So
Yeah,
I
it's a
really appreciate what you're doing and like showcasing all these people.
thank you. I
They
appreciate
deserve
it.
it.
But you're the
Mhm.
stars, so you keep shining.
Ah, thank you. You too.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.